Well, good evening, guys. This is Charles. This is Dr. Fidelio here. You might be wondering from the title of the video about my cause, or formerly my causes that I was doing, and why I was disrespecting the President of the United States through that video, Barack Obama, H. Obama as a fag. Now, you probably wonder to yourself, like, okay, why is this guy trying to disrespect the president for the last 4 years of his life, or last 5 years of his life, through the YouTube community? Things in that matter. Now, actually, I've been stopped making videos as far as like with activism and advocacy for the last 3 years now. I'm only making videos about like vlogs, like what I'm doing right now, reflections of what I'm doing, what I've done in the past. Now, I did it because out of fear of my country being turned into ashes, or fear of my country being turned into tyranny. I fear that my country was about to be turned into a dust bowl, like into like a third world war nation, like actual somehow, some way, a country where the nation turns into this ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Just amazed me. It just I didn't want my country to turn into this into a wasteland, into, like, atom bombs being blown off from one part of the nation to another part of the nation, like from Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles, Dallas, Texas, Minneapolis, Minnesota, you name it. So after a while, you probably wondered to yourself, okay, what if Barack Obama was about to be this military coup, or coup in general, of bringing in about this new world order, of dominating the country through bombing the crap out of the of these towns and cities. And I know it's kind of weird. Like, I was thinking of that at first, or that's one scenario. That's one scenario. Or maybe he wants to promote martial law through natural catastrophes, or through assassinations, through where people got assassinated from Congress, or from the Supreme Court, or from other places in local communities that got affected through corruption, things of that matter. Or maybe it was an attempted assassination through Barack Obama himself, someone tried to kill him through means of sending a message to Barack Obama, like, oh, we're going to kill you, or we're going to do this and that and the other thing, like, oh, because we hate you, Barack Obama, for bringing a new world order and stuff like that. Now, that's what I was thinking of, because I thought he was a dangerous man. But in the end, he's not that dangerous. He's just a guy in a suit. He's just a puppet. It's like, no matter what president comes into power, there's always someone behind that power that's controlling that president, no matter what. And I thought that if we have another white president come into play before the election of 2008, I thought that it was no big deal. I mean, I would have been satisfied. I would have been happy, and I would move on with my life. But when Barack Obama came onto the scene of the 2008 election as trying to be president of the United States for the election, I assumed that things were going to get worse from the background that I was told about him, about his birth certificate, not releasing the rest of his records, so his social security card, his driver's licenses, his passports, his school records, his Harvard thesis, everything else about him is being covered up, about who he was, where he's from. And he's the only president, the first and only president at this moment in history, in our U.S. history, that didn't release any of his records, or release only one of his records to the public. And because he released his long form birth certificate, and even that might be a questionable document right there. And it seems that no matter how much we try to push towards a certain goal or whatever, it's not going as far as planned. Because when I was trying to do something about the problem 4 years ago, as of this time 4 years ago, it wasn't getting anywhere with myself. I was trying to tell my coworkers about the CIA Columbia bomber trial. I was trying to tell people about standing up for their rights and petition and speak up and speak out and make YouTube videos, make banners, spread the word, be an activist, be an advocate, support people who are already protesting and supporting the cause already, who already are organized to begin with these organizations like the Campaign for Liberty, the National Right to Work Committee, the Red Cross, you name all these organizations who are doing their causes for political, social, economic causes. And, I was trying to make a difference in the world. And I thought that when I was trying to expose Barack Obama's, past about him being the son of Malcolm X and stuff like that, I thought that was a good idea. I thought that was a good idea to do that because people will like you for telling the truth. Because I was brought up in a family that said to me that, oh, tell the truth and people will like you for that. But then as time goes along, for the last 25 years of my life, I'm 26 years old right now, throughout my life, things have changed. So telling the truth right now is like telling a lie. And telling a lie is like telling the truth. 1984 George Orwell, of course. I've read that book. I recommend reading that book, George Orwell, 1984. And it seems that no matter what I do to do something about the problem at hand, it's not going to work out. Or maybe the problem was too big for me for one person, so I try to find people to gather up and do the problem at hand. That was my goal at first. That was what I wanted to do 4 years ago. Now I just don't want to do anything. I just want to just sit back and just enjoy watching movies, play video games, go to the movies, and just play video games and talk to friends if my friends are not busy. I try my best to be the best citizen, to be the best person out there for the best cause. And I'm not trying to be Mr. Perfect, or I'm not trying to be better than anyone else, but I'm trying to be as best as possible, regardless of the fact that whatever's around me that's getting worse and worse and worse. I mean, things are not getting that worse, not in a overall sense. In a small pinpoint sense, yes. If you look, or underground sense, the surface at the top, it looks okay, but underground is bad. Obviously, things are getting worse underground. So, but I don't know. Once until you open your eyes up to the truth, or the truths around you, from family to friends to society to politics to economics to social economics to sociology to history to trivia, everything else, it makes you think differently, act differently, and make you look differently as well. I know it sounds weird, look differently too, because people look at you differently from a perspective. And for some strange reason, I feel like that I'm being watched all the time. And of course, with the NSA spying and even making this webcam video, I'm being watched regardless through the NSA, regardless, especially on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, stuff like that. So no big deal. As long as they're not trying to infringe on my rights and stuff like that, you know, I'm trying my best to avoid doing any activism or advocacy right now. All this stuff I upload for the last few days to a few weeks to a few months now are all old videos. All of them are old videos. All of them from 2010, 2009, and some of them are, maybe one of them are 2011. One of them, I doubt it is not 2011, but definitely it's 2010, most of those videos. And that was during my prime of being an activist and advocate. That was during a time where I was being very active in politics and economics. You know, I try my best, but my best is not enough. I'm not trying to say I gave up, but I want to be on like a semi hiatus slash semi awareness type of journey. You know, just take it by a flow. Go with the flow approach, rather than trying to restrict myself or be rigid about it. Try to control the situation. You know, I thought that, you know, starting a march on Washington 4 years ago was a good idea, with bringing all the truthers and patriots according to plan. I thought that exposing Barack Obama with the Obama Malcolm X thing was a good idea to the truthers and patriots out there who are in the YouTube community. Was a good idea, you know, because they always said, "Oh, seek truth, open your mind, seek truth and everything else." That's what I was doing. I'm a very open-minded person. I like to seek truth, and people say that I'm very intelligent and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, whatever you say. If I'm intelligent, I'm intelligent. But I'm just a regular guy who's trying to live day by day, week by week now, on whatever money I have left over from unemployment. So I'm just trying to just survive right now and trying to focus on myself. So I'll see you guys later in the next video, and have a nice day.